So our next discussion is about cosplay. And it's such a wide topic to talk about. But I guess, first, be realistic of your skill set, but also, like, your environment.
Yeah,
that means a lot.
Especially for a first convention, I think be realistic is probably the mantra for what you're going to try to make, what you are going to wear, and when and how long, and in all aspects of cosplaying, really, especially the first time you go, just be realistic. Set realistic expectations for yourself.
There's a lot of like hazards that might happen. There's heat, there's snow, there's this.
Right.
I mean, you can't plan for precipitation, but you can plan for it's the summer. Is it hot? Yes. Don't be Jon Snow.
Yeah, maybe don't wear all fur if it's going to be a July convention, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Probably not an entirely smart idea to wear a form-fitting black jacket in the middle of June.
Yeah, none of us have ever done that.
Or don't be a one-piece character in the winter. You'll die. You know, like things like that, where it's definitely good for your health and good for those around you as well. Because you're going to smell if you're going to be in one of those costumes, no matter how many fans you have in there.
Also, along the lines of being realistic about your costume. If you are beginner sewer, beginner crafter, don't try to make anything absolutely realistic. Don't go like Walpurgis Nacht from like Madoka Magica. Don't do it. Do something simpler, like one of the girls. You know, like because
it's better to do something simple well than something really complex poorly.
Yeah.
It will reflect bad on you. I mean, if you're a serious cosplayer and want to get there, that's fine. And you want to work on your skill set, also fine. But I think it's better to, represent yourself like having something very well made and well tailored versus something just slapped together, because then people will they can tell.
Then you can be proud of what you did.
Yeah, you really, it's when you look back and you want to be able to be like, oh yeah, I did a really good job on that. I mean, obviously, I don't want you to see any of my cosplay pictures. And those were simple, but
simple.
I mean, your skill set's always going to improve over time. You're always going to look back and have a little bit of like, oh my god, I could do that so much better now, and a little bit of like, embarrassing thing looking back on 10-year-old cosplays. But, I mean, in terms of like keeping your stress down, like making it an enjoyable experience, set your expectation. If you're a master seamstress or you're a master craftsman already, then obviously go for it. If you want to do a full suit of armor, by all means. But, if you're going into your first convention and you're a beginner cosplayer, just, pick something that you like, pick something you're into and you're excited about, a manga you're excited about, an anime you're excited about, whatever it may be, and pick a realistic costume from there, realistic to you. Can I make it? Can I wear it around? Would that be a realistic thing for me to get around in?
Is it going to be comfortable? Is it
Is it going to be comfortable? Can I make it well? Can I make it fit me?
Will I enjoy the convention while I'm wearing it?
That's very important.
Most important thing.
That's because it's your first convention. You want to enjoy that. You don't want to be going to a convention in this
not being able
costume
to
and
move.
it's like, oh god, everything's falling off. Or, why did I make wings 15 feet long? I can't go into the dealer's room.
The dealer's room is always super crowded, and if you're in like a big ball gown, like you're not gonna be able to get in
Or if you have a
there.
big prop or anything like that.
I know some have restrictions on how big prop sizes.
Yeah,
or
you have to be
wings.
able to at least fit through the doors this way and this way, most conventions, and even if they're opening both sides. So look into those, because they will card you and make you go to one section if need be, or take your stuff home.
Yeah.
So be realistic, it's also your budget, it's also the constraints. Make sure you can actually afford the costume you want to make. And I started off being mostly, I still do it, but cosplaying, where I found things really cheap on sale and modifying it to what I needed to do, because I was a teenager. I was a sophomore in high school. So if you're a sophomore in high school and you don't have the money and you are working, definitely think about what's already in your house, things you don't use, things like that, and try to make something from there. Even if it's not the best, I mean, try, and if you really are passionate about it, you'll get to the craftsman. Just get get your stuff together, especially if the con is like a month away and you just want to do it on a whim with your friends, you know, just try to have fun. Like, it doesn't matter. Just have fun with it.
Yeah, you don't have to have the best cosplay there. You know, you
just
don't
have to have fun.
Yeah.
All that matters is you're enjoying the time. You know, it's a lot of effort and money that go into getting to a convention, getting everything you need for it, getting through the weekend. So you want to make it as fun for yourself as possible because it's a fun thing. Cosplay's a fun thing. Going to cons is a fun thing. So you don't want to spend your time, you don't want to look back and say, oh, my first convention, I was so stressed out about my cosplay the whole time. I couldn't even enjoy myself the first day because I was freaking out about my cosplay that was like not done right, and because I tried to go too much with it, and you know, or I
hot
really
glued everything together, and it was too hot out, and it started melting off my body.
I think keeping it together is those gun
stapled. I stapled it together as well.
Don't hot glue important coverage pieces onto your body because they will fall off.
Like, remember how far away your hotel is, that you have to like walk or drive.
Yeah.
It's important.
You have to fit in the shuttle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like hoop skirts, you know, if you have a hoop skirt and you have to walk in really hot weather, I mean, like, yeah, you get ventilation if you lift it up and you flash some of the oncoming traffic. So it is doable. We have done it.
And we've walked around in the rain and the heat in those hoop skirts with ball gowns. It was hoop skirt, petticoat, ball gown, and it was challenging. I mean,
And it wasn't our first convention.
No, it
It was
wasn't.
like 5 years in or something.
No, do as we say, not as we do. But, you know, certain things like a sudden rain shower when you're walking from your hotel to the convention is unavoidable, but you can plan in certain ways to be realistic and keep it a fun experience and not something that is going to stress you out or make you not feel well halfway through the day because of heat exhaustion or anything like that, so.
Another aspect is shoes. Because shoes, I feel, are always a fun part of a costume because either they get attention or they're the last thing you think about. Regardless of what it is, be conscious if you are walking in heels or platforms and you have to walk far. It doesn't hurt to bring a spare pair of flip-flops or flats with you that are also going to go with your costume just in case you really need to do that emergency switch.
Yeah, they even have those roll-up slippers at most of the pharmacies. You can just get those roll-up slippers. They don't take up much room. And carry a bag with you that matches your costume or something that says obvious like cosplay bag. You know, it doesn't have to go completely, but having that bag really will help you.
Sew pockets into your costumes.
Yes.
Yeah,
For the
if
love
you
of
can,
God,
do it.
Immediately plan for it.
Yeah, just do that so you don't have to burden the one friend who's not cosplaying with all your crap. Like, there's going to be one pack mule, and it's unfair to them when they're trying to have fun too. I mean, you can put it behind you, you can do other things, and you're scared someone's going to take it, but instead of burdening that one person and making sure they stay with you the whole time, just think lighter. Think of the pockets, think of your own bag, think of something that won't clash with your costume.
Yeah, because chances are, if you're wearing a costume, you will get stopped for at least one picture. And by all means, you can say no if you're not comfortable posing. But if you're, if someone says, can I get a picture? And you're like, oh my God, yes. You probably have stuff, a bag or maybe like something on your hand, the badge that you have to wear.
All your plushies.
That you might want to like quickly, all your plushies, your armful of plushies, that you might want to put aside when you're posing. So just be conscious of that and don't have too much stuff, like a huge bag, too much stuff on you to push onto the person next to you, so.
When you bring a bag, you should also put things in said bag, like emergency items that you might need, especially if, oh no, something just fell off my costume and it tripped 5 people. It will continue to tripping those 5 people and yourself. Maybe you should have brought blank. So what would you put in your bags?
I have, I don't remember where I got it, but like a little mini emergency, like, everything you could think of.
Sewing kit.
It has a sewing kit, it has nail polish, it has like Advil, like in this little pouch.
Yeah.
It was literally this big. I gave you one for Christmas one year. So check out pharmacies like Walgreens or something, Rite Aid, because they probably have one. Really search for that because then you have that little thing already covered.
And it's
And you
probably
don't
travel
need-
size.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all it's super convenient.
What is the number one thing that you guys would put in? Obviously, you just answered, but what is the number one thing that you would put into your emergency kit?
Safety pins.
Millions.
Yes.
Safety pins.
Bajillions.
I'm gonna say like Advil or like pain reliever because you're tired and you have sensory overload sometimes. Like I know I get that. Definitely something like that.
Water. I would have like an emergency. You know, even those flat ones that like that you have the like straw and you put it somewhere.
Yeah.
Just in your bag at the bottom of everything. Just so you're. I can't stress enough how people just forget to drink and eat,
Yeah.
and just having snacks in their emergency supplies. Because you don't set alarm. If you don't set alarms, sometimes you'll forget. Oh, I'm at a convention. I should eat something.
Yeah.
For those that wear them, contacts, even for a cosplay where you're wearing colored ones, your eyes will inevitably get dry, and it's really nice to just be able to drop some liquid in there, pop them back in, and be able to see, because seeing is good.
It is.
I would just have a ton of band-aids, like especially if you're starting to get like a blister, you can just like slap that on, and you'll be able to walk again.
There's a tool that my mom got for when she was doing the costumes, and it's a tag gun that they use for,
for
putting
retail?
the tags on
Yeah.
retail, but they come with different length tag pieces. They also use it for basting quilts together, so you can also use it to just staple your costume back together.
See Fiora.
Yes,
See League of Legends Fiora.
League of Legends Fiora that I did, and of course it was
It
the one
melted.
that was melting off my skin, and of course it was the one that ended up in the only video that I've ever been in for cosplay.
Because of those tags holding it together. I stabbed you a lot, I'm so sorry.
We're going to be doing another video that goes into more detail on like emergency kits and stuff. So
We're gonna show
look
you
for that.
your suits, so you don't want to have a lot of.
How many times have you driven and not being able to see out the back of your car?
Almost every.
Yeah.